God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. God level, you can tell him I said it. Level up. Level up. Level up. Go.
Everything, that means everything. Eyes connected to everything, and that's why I'm in everything. All eyes on me, all eyes on everything. That means everything. Eyes connected to.
Okay, I did notice a little slowness. I peeped that. I seen that. Okay. All right. We was off last week. Did y'all enjoy your week off?
Heck yeah, I did. I got some things done.
Man, we got 2 weeks coming up next month where we're going to be off the last 2 Tuesdays of the month. So we will, oh God, let me go back. Let me get a date. After December the 17th, we're going to be off until January the 7th. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm ready for a little vacation. But anyway, this is Things That People Don't Want to Talk About, brought to you by God Level. I am originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a mother. I'm a nurse. I'm an aunt. I'm an auntie. I'm a GG. I'm a cousin. I'm a friend. I'm a sister. I am everything good. Hey, Tree. Hi, sweetheart. I hope you had a good day. Hey, Renee. Thanks for stopping by. John, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
It's John Skywalker, the Sly Talker. I'm a lyricist, spoken word artist, martial artist, personal trainer, lover of life, student of psychology, and I'm a father who has 5 hip-hop albums streaming on all major streaming platforms now. We got Dimensions, Higher Dimensions, Final Dimension, Light Benders, and we have The Law of Affirmations.
I'm in the middle of a live right now. Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
It's all good.
Okay. Cool.
Listen, hip-hop is making a shift. A lot of us who are really about that life, who are really about the culture, we have been studying this shift. We have been trying to be a light to the culture. There is a difference between the industry and the culture. And so the music that I make is for the culture. So if you enjoy lyricists like Common, Talib Kweli, Yasin Bey, Loaded Lux, if you like bars, if you like good positive, if you like positive content, that's me. I'm your guy. Bars is back. Lyricism is still here. Real hip hop is alive. I mean, Common and Pete Rock just dropped an album this year. It's a great year for hip hop. Okay. So if you like, and Ab-Soul, he just dropped. Tyler the Creator, he just dropped. I haven't dropped anything yet. However, if you like those guys, you're going to like me. So tap in John Skywalker, salute.
You will not be disappointed. I have all of them. It is my go-to music when I'm on the road and I'm traveling for long periods of time. You put it in, you just hit play and you just let it go. You're going to get you to where you want to be. Period. King Newborn, you want to go ahead and represent yourself?
Peace. This King Newborn. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Newborn Everything. And as always, I am of service to family, friends, and loved ones. I would like to add this one little thing. Just remember, your superpower is your decision. Take the time out to think before you act on your decision making. Peace.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Tonight is Victimhood a culture?
Yeah.
Let's go. What we got up first?
And the reason why, just to give the audience. Oh wait, you got a business to boost. A preview.
I need to make this big. Hold on. There you go. I need to make this big. I work with a young lady by the name of Antoinette. When it comes to smell goods, she is your go-to chick. I have a candle warmer, and I'm really funny about scents. But when I say this is my favorite and this is Sauvage, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, there you go. Sauvage. I love it. Hold on. Not only that, this is body butter. You gotta look at the gold flakes. This stuff smells so good and it leaves you really soft and silky. I love it. I am a big supporter of small businesses. She is currently working on her website right now. These are her candles. Oh my God. Because I want to make sure I get it all in there. I was like, this is some rich, this is like, it gives you rich girl feels. Like, I love it. The website is called Pretty It's Me. Girl, the gold flakes. It gives it's not too much, it's not too little. It gives your body a little shine. Yes, honey. Yes. And this perfume, I got one more. Because she just gave me like a bag of goodies and I loved it. She hasn't made up a name for this, but when I say everyone who smelled it sprayed it on themselves. Her name is Antoinette. The website is called prettyisme.org. Yes, it does shimmer. She's making me a custom watermelon body butter. I cannot wait. That stuff smells so good. I'm gonna keep the rest of my thoughts to myself because I'm on here with my brothers. But yes, prettyisme.org. This woman, look for her. Please look out for her product. She gives me goosebumps. She's like in 6 months to a year, she's gonna be like, this is gonna be name brand for her. And it's called Pretty Is Me. I love it. Because she's like, pretty is you, pretty is me, pretty is her, pretty is we. And I love that. I was like, oh, girl. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you. But I am pumping up a business right now. Prettyisme.org. Yes, thank you, Renee, for putting that in the chat. Y'all go blow her up. Right now, I know her website is under construction. The last I seen, she was uploading her candles. You will not be disappointed. I only talk about things that I like and love. You don't make it this far with me.
Certified.
If I don't like it, man, I have my candle warmers. Click, turn it on. I like warm scents, nothing too loud. It is very warm and inviting. It's so sweet. I called my daughter in my bedroom and I was like, come here. She was like, what? And the moment she stepped in, she was like, oh my God, it smells good. I said, yes.
Well, I hope she can get it up in time for
Black
Friday. Season.
Yeah, that season. I think for Black Friday, we're shopping all Black owned. Speaking of Black owned, if you go look on my Facebook, there is a commercial. I don't even say a commercial, but just a reel that I created. Black owned cranberry sauce will be located at Target. Go buy them out. Go buy them completely out. I know I will be. I'm going to support my peoples this year, baby. I'm going to support my peoples, period. But anyway, that is me. Pretty is me. Go check out the website. Show her some love. I've been trying to get her on. She's nervous right now, so we're still working on that. Y'all are gonna love her. Go ahead, John.
All right. So the premise of this, we're not saying that we're not trying to dismiss or denigrate actual victims, right? But we are referring to a type of mentality, and we're discussing this because when you look around, and we talk about hurt people hurting people, right? But this is also within the realm of the struggle Olympics, as we call it in our community. We call it the struggle Olympics. And there's always this sort of attitude that someone has it harder than you, and whoever has it the hardest is sort of like they have like this certain status about them, and that status affords them certain kind of benefits, kind of a certain kind of treatment. And so I would like to explore that because it's toxic, right? You have individuals with legitimate negative experiences, traumatic experiences, and they are actually victims of crimes, victims of experiences, victims of circumstances, victims of situations that are beyond their control, their influence. And you have some that propagate that and they profit off of it at the same time, and not in a good way either. So it's been a trend for quite some time, and I know that social media has a lot of influence on that. So that's like the premise that really sets this whole thing up, you know, victimhood as a culture, and just identifying it, saying that, hey, you know what, I know what you're talking about, John. I've seen it and I'm not with it either. But we want to also try to make distinctions between those who are legitimate and those who are, you know, just looking for some sympathy likes, some sympathy attention, you know, some sympathetic attention. All right, so let's go ahead and just lay the groundwork, right? What does it mean to have a victim? Oh, hold on. Yeah. People I grew up with are like that too, John. It's almost like a competition to see who grew up with. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, speak on it, King. Victim mentality, psychological mindset.
Narcissists believe that.
Ooh, but see that, yeah, that part right there after the comma. Even when evidence suggests otherwise.
Yeah.
Even when evidence suggests otherwise. Oh, okay, here we go. Rajai, she answers the question. To answer the question, no, it's not a culture, but it can certainly be accepted as normal for a particular culture. Okay. The victim mentality usually addresses people who weaponize and manipulate their misfortunes for pity. That part.
Yes.
That part.
Yeah, narcissists, you know.
Man, come on now. I mean, we've seen it, right? We see it on TV, and so this is where social learning theory comes in, right? We're watching other people exhibit this behavior, and we're saying, dang, so all you have to do, and it looks so easy, right? That's what makes it so appealing, is that it's easy to feign or pretend that you're weak or that you're suffering beyond your own control. And people look at that as, you know, sort of, I don't want to say it's virtue signaling, right? But people look at that as a call for help, and, you know, we tend to care, right? And you're misusing or abusing that care by saying, hey, look at me, oh, woe is me, can you help me out?
Okay.
Oh, let's see, normal for a particular culture, I disagree with this. Oh, shoot, all right.
Well, she said all you have to do is cry and people will do for you. Is that our Karens?
That's one manifestation. That is one.
I mean, when I hear victim, you know, victimhood, I think of white women crying to get attention and to get their way.
That's one example. Yeah, that's one example. Yeah, but I also, when I think about the victim mentality, I also think about this powerlessness to make a change or to take some responsibility. And we were talking about this the week before last, right? About learned helplessness.
Ooh.
And so when you've learned to become this, you've identified with being apathetic. You've identified with being helpless to the point where you adorn this ego of a victim. And again, we are making a distinction here, people. We are making a distinction between those who are leveraging that victim mentality for personal gain and those who genuinely have been victimized and are seeking help, and they're trying to take accountability for their condition, and they're trying to empower themselves to get up out of it. So that is what we're making the distinction. It's how are we treating this victim mentality? Are we trying to rise up out of it, or are we trying to stay in it and be so comfortable as to benefit from it. Rajai says, which doubles as a way to discourage people who truly need help to reach out, so as not to be lumped in with the manipulators.
Say that.
Carlos says, my big mama would say, stop the pity party. Mark says, this happens with everyone. I think it's a mistake to apply it to a certain culture or race. Like Renee said, you think of a white woman, black women do it just as much as do Hispanic women. Right? And I know so far, we say women.
I'm going to need proof on that.
Mark, can you give us some examples?
Yeah, please. Because we see white women trolling all other races all the time. I've seen too many of them get popped for trying to, push themselves around their white privilege. Dang. I'm calling it like it is. I've seen a woman in the gas station walk up to a girl going off because the clerk waited on the other girl versus the white woman, and the white woman was mad that she wasn't allowed to go first. Went off, told her to go back to her country because she was a Mexican, told her to go back to her country, walked up on her while she was with her boyfriend, poked her all in the chest, and the girl hauled off and smacked the crap out of her. And all she could do was fix her glasses and walk out. Show me, Mark. Show me.
So I can give some more examples, right? And these will be kind of, I'm going to try to make these gender neutral as much as possible. So we're talking about someone who believes that they have no choices. I don't have any other choice but to stick with these friends because I can't find healthier friends. And so woe is me, I'm doomed. I just keep attracting the wrong people. I keep attracting narcissists because that's all there is in the world. So it's useless for me to try to improve myself, or these are the same individuals who believe that the whole world is against them. Bad things are always happening to me. And life is just unfair. There's always this dark cloud that's just following me around. I'm the black sheep of the world, not just in my family. These are people who they don't take too well to constructive criticism. We talked about that, right? The difference between criticizing and criticism and God dang it, what was the other one? I'm having a malfunction. Criticism and
critique.
Yeah, there we go. Golly. Oh man. Thank you.
Got it.
All right. These are the people that they want your sympathy, but they don't want to take any action. They're looking for validation for their experiences, but when you provide them with solutions, they catastrophize that solution. Like, oh no, it can't work. Like every solution that you give them, it's just not good enough. Right? What else? These are people that they blame other people for their circumstances. They blame other people for their situations. Now, I know in the Black community, we get assigned that a lot. The whole notion of, racism, right? And it's a legitimate claim. But on the other end, and I do believe this, I do believe in personal responsibility, collective responsibility, that yes, we can acknowledge that we are being oppressed. We can acknowledge that we are victims of these crimes and these attacks. We can acknowledge that. But then there's the question of, after that, what do you do? Not what do you say, not what do you feel, but what do you do? What actions do we take after we acknowledge that, all right, this exists, this is a problem, this is affecting our community, this is affecting our culture, this is affecting this special group. What do we do? I don't want to just say, oh, they're doing it, they need to be, they need to be held accountable. But accountability goes on both sides. And that's the hard part. Let's see. King, you got to talk. You got to talk some of this talk, man.
What's going on?
You over here just talk, man. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What you got?
Oh no, I'm paying attention right now. Where's my mic? Oh shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any examples you've seen out there?
Oh, social media. Social
Say
media
more.
is the biggest one.
Say more.
Yeah, social media is the biggest one. We run to social media for a third party. Yes, man. You know, we seek validation. We seek validation for bad behavior, and then try to point the finger. And then you look for others to be a fan favorite of what you're saying. That right there could be very, yeah, that's very damaging.
Everybody does that. Yeah. It's not. You're gonna always be able to put something on social media and have somebody out there agree to it. That don't mean it is right or wrong. That you're sharing your thoughts, and if you are woe is me, someone else is gonna chime in. Yeah, girl, I know it's hard. You know, because I'm going through the same thing or even much worse. So yeah, it's the old saying that misery loves company.
Ooh, yep.
Okay.
And, but I'm speaking more so. I'm speaking more so of the basis of, you know, for a fact from a moral compass that you were wrong in the get-go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're seeking validation to, in theory, prove what you did as a response to what may or may not happen to you to be right. And so I'm looking from that standpoint. I mean, I understood, you know, what God level was saying, but that's another.
That's a big
damaging.
God,
yeah, that could be real damaging.
Ooh. I'm out here doing wrong, but I'm posting some bullshit to make it look like I'm in the right. Yeah.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
I get you.
That's why I say third party, because any story you got transmitter and you got a receiver, but then you got the overall view. You know what I'm saying? So with the overall view, you be like, what about the other information that you're not adding to the equation? Process is looking for someone to agree with something.
That's it.
Agree with.
Hey, Renee. I don't know how to pronounce your first name.
Oh, Rajad.
Rajad.
I was gonna say hateration. Hating.
Hate.
It's you're hating on another man's success. You know, I heard it from there was a line from Schoolboy Q. You hating on another man's success because the nigga blessed went and let you finesse. I was like, dang. That was a good line, man. That's a good line.
I almost want you to say it again. Yeah.
You hating on another man's success because the nigga blessed wouldn't let you finesse. Like, you mad because he's blessed and he's like, nah, you can't do. Whoa, you hating on their success. Dang on Absol just had a line saying that a real or well, I don't want to say like the actual line here, but basically he was saying that someone who's real and authentic and true to themselves, when they see that Rolex, they see that gold watch, they get inspired and motivated. But when you broke, you hate it. And we ain't talking just like broke, but we talking about broke. So
yeah, broke mindset. Yeah, state of being.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, yeah, that's a victim mentality. It's like, oh, well, you got it, and you mad about that. You mad that somebody else is blessed, and it could be you, but you don't want to put in the work. You don't want to be honest with yourself. You know, and so yeah, there is a level of self-deception when it comes to the victim mentality. But let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it moving. Is it fair to say victimhood can be a mindset, or is that too dismissive?
Oh no, it is a mindset. It can be a mindset. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? You just said it. Broke mentally. Yeah.
Right. But we're calling it a mindset mainly because we're talking about thought patterns, right? This is habitual. So people do have legitimate traumas. They do have legitimate obstacles, but I think it's very important for us to recognize when there's real suffering and
when it's just a learned helplessness.
Yeah, I mean, because self-limiting beliefs, you know. There's
Yeah.
it's like there's a challenge there. It's, yeah, this happened to me, but this does not define me. It's an experience. It's one thing that
Right.
happened to me, right? So, oh man, this happened to me, but brighter days are coming. Better days are coming.
That part.
This is not the end. I still have to write the rest of the book.
Yes.
There's a level of optimism. Whereas with the
Absolutely.
victim mindset, as we talked about with learned helplessness, there's a large cloud of pessimism, a large fog of pessimism. And
Yeah.
so you defined or limited yourself according to those experiences. So it might have been just maybe 3 or 4, right?
Ooh, I like that.
There is a big difference between actual trauma response and selfish response to innocuous things. Yes. And so it really goes to show, if you're aware enough, if you are aware enough, you'll realize that this is just an experience. It's just a thing.
Right.
And so you're separate. You're not identifying, right?
Yeah.
It's the identification
Yeah.
with the experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying,
yeah,
this happened. Like, oh man, I got in a car accident. But that car accident isn't going to rule how I drive for the now. It's not to say you can't be traumatized, and that trauma is, but it's beyond your control.
It is,
right? And you have to heal from that. But these individuals aren't trying to heal. They don't have an intention to heal.
Nope.
So the idea is, let me continue to complain, and people will do the work for me.
No.
Yeah, it's sort of like setting up a false safety net.
No. It is okay to go through something, go through it. It is okay to talk about it, but you got to come up with a solution on how not to go through whatever you went through in the beginning. And you cannot allow something that you went through to keep you in a place where you are stagnant. Okay. A lot of people are not blessed to have good people around them like I have with you all. I can call you all with a problem and y'all gonna immediately say, okay, I'm listening. Well, what is the solution? What we getting ready to do from here on? You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. So yeah, people that's in a victimhood mentality, they don't even have the support to even do something different. They just have enablers to continue to enable them to be who they are. Ooh.
Reinforce. Yep. A reinforcement. Enabler. Because what's the point of changing? What's the point of changing if they're right there saying, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, boo-boo. It's all right. You can do it. How do you know the difference is the thing? Yeah, so the distinction. So many girls are like, oh my God, I got raped or some other terrible thing. Okay, well, many are lying for attention, but you can't just assume that, because ones who actually were, like, you can't say that to them.
Facts.
Thank you. You just answered your own question, because I was so about to go in like, wait a minute, that you just answered your own question. You can't say that to someone who's been raped or almost raped.
Right, and that's that. So that's what he was highlighting, is that making the distinction, the discernment.
Yeah.
You know, to really look at it and say, okay, you're making this claim of being a victim, right? And of course, we're talking about justice too. You know, in the overall scope of things, we're talking about justice. But you can't have true justice without accountability. We know that. You cannot have true justice without accountability. And so there's a difference between someone who is seeking accountability and someone who is just seeking the favor. I want this personal gain, but I want it without the accountability. I don't want you to see the deception. I don't want you to see the finesse. But the person who is seeking accountability is basically saying, I just need to understand what happened and why it happened. And then in that sense, I can identify what I was in control of, what I wasn't in control of, and then I can execute a plan to prevent this from happening again.
That part. That part. Go back to I need to understand why this happened. Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, that's what an accountant does. An accountant has there's no discrimination when it comes to accounting. There's no discrimination there. There's no judgment. You're just saying this is what it is. But when you start adding the judgment, the condemnation, when there's already this sort of moral lens that's attributed to it, it can kind of blur it. It can blurry the accountability process. Ah, okay, okay.
Okay, Miss Renee Clark. Okay.
Trauma experiences or social influences. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we can say it starts in childhood. We can say it starts in childhood. I mean, we are impressionable around that age, right? And we are observing other people and seeing what happens. Again, if you're a child and you're seeing that, one person is getting rewarded for being hurt, whereas you, healthy and strong, you're receiving perhaps more work for being able-bodied, for being capable. And you're thinking, well, dang, I work hard and I get more work, but this person calls in sick in the mind. They're sick in everything. They're just so unfortunate, and yet they get charity. Dang, maybe I need to reevaluate my motivations. Maybe I need to reevaluate what I'm doing here. That can make you question and doubt yourself. Like, dang, is that the path I want to? That looks kind of tempting to do. I wonder. But see, people in that mindset, they don't think of it that way. They have a totally different way of seeing things, which is why they are that way. Frajah said, if it's not explained. Yeah. That is the reason why guidance is so important. You got to shape more than just, misbehavior. Principles, values. You got to instill that.
And when you have broken parents raising children, them children are not going to come out as healthy as they could be. Depending on the message around the house that they are growing up, that is being reinforced on a daily basis. To hear, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. Day in and day out, it's like, I guess we just broke.
Or even if you're hearing it from your mom, we're broke, or your dad, we're broke, I'm broke, we're broke. And you grow up with that thinking, well, this is how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be broke like everybody else.
Tell me about
it. Hold up, Nancy. Ow. Ho, snap. All right, this is a hot take. It happened a lot in the white community. We see all the posts out there that feel that they are so entitled that they always have to play the victim. They use racism as a form of victimhood. They scream their victims every time. They scream at their victims every time they see a black person doing well for themselves. Wow, it is a mindset. They have the belief because, they white. They should because they're white and they should automatically have better everything than others of color. Everything you are saying is 100% valid. I hold myself accountable for
it cut off right
cut
there.
off. Yeah.
Where did you put that at, man?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Frajah said it's hard to escape that mentality. I can attest to that. And Mark says the way people perceive things that happen is all based on how they were raised. Some people are raised to rise to meet challenges. Some people are raised to crumble.
Bars.
Oh, Mark.
Bars.
Mark says he disagrees with Nancy. All right. Speak on it, man. Say more.
Yeah, build more. Let's build more.
Yeah. We're just going to add to. We ain't going to take away. But this question right here. Can a person slip into it without realizing it?
Hold on. Can I finish what Miss Nancy was saying?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Because she put it on. She actually put it on my page. Hold on. I hold myself accountable for not having all the comforts and the riches that someone that has worked and earned. I had the same options but chose different. Before anyone comments on me being white, I don't identify as belonging to the white race. I identify as being a part of the human race. Okay. Thank you, Nancy, for your comment. Let me go.
Yeah, and just for the record, real quick, I want to say it out loud. Let me take nothing but a second. This will always be a safe place for any and everybody to vent, to get off of the steam, seek help, understanding. There's no thing where we come on here and we try to bash each other. We're not trying to bait each other. We're here to help each other heal, grow, motivate, and develop different mindsets than what we had when we first came to this live. You know what I'm saying? Things that people don't want to talk about is actually for everybody to be able to sit down and hold these intelligent conversations. Because sometimes the dialogue is not being received. You know, as much as we like to think that we are so smart, sometimes we're not comprehending another one's way of speech. You understand what I'm saying? So just want to make sure Miss Nancy understands this is a safe place. And to everyone else that's chime in and see this later on, this will always be a safe place for anybody to come and vent.
But also to add to that, because the safe space still requires you to contribute to the safety of it. You do not have the
definitely.
right nor the right. I have to add that part because in the
full
past,
disclosure.
a couple of folks have tried it. And
they did early on.
Yeah. You come in here and you say,
bud.
I thought you guys said this was a safe space. It is a safe space, but that does not mean that you can come in with disrespect. So this is what we're talking about here.
That part.
That's exactly what we're talking about. So
you got to be responsible and hold yourself accountable.
Yeah. You got to come in. Like if you coming in with friends, you need to come with friendly energy too.
There you go.
Definitely.
Right. So that's what we're saying here. It's a safe space for people who are safe and otherwise have that intention of giving that which they crave. All right. So responsibility, y'all. Responsibility. This is the tribe, the culture that we're trying to cultivate and try to have it multiply within the culture, the macro culture of our country is, hey, personal responsibility, personal accountability, but also collective responsibility because of the personal responsibility. King is 100% right. It's about seeing the same facts from other viewpoints.
Oh, you got to.
Big time. Yeah.
I learned that from him a long time ago. Perception. That's he. I'm sorry because he be thinking my brother didn't think I was listening to him. I was listening. I was listening. The perception. Sometimes instead of looking at something straight ahead, straight on, just kind of like tilt and go to the side.
Just a little bit. I promise you. Just a little bit. You'd be like, damn, I didn't even see that there. Of course not. You was dead locked in on what you wanted to see. Yeah. So
he's forget y'all. Forget you. I'm done.
It's love always.
It is. Oh my God. So yeah.
All right, so let's jump into that next question right there. How do we know when someone's genuinely struggling versus adopting a victim mentality? And again, we're talking about someone who recognizes that because this is a mentality, I can just make this my clothing. I can just wear this. What is that called? Sheep and wolves clothing? Yeah. I can put it on and I can, move with the sheep. Oh, okay.
Saw? Brother, where you been? Oh my God. Woo. Saw?
All right. Before we go into Saul's statement here, I just want to clarify something to Mark's point because I've had to deal with this, within the past couple of weeks, right? Intersectionality is a real thing, people. It is a real thing. There are subcultures within the culture. There are different types of minorities, and those subcultural groups have experiences. It's not that everything is about race. It's not that everything is about sexuality. But sometimes when you're looking at the conversation, you have to step back and really analyze, like, okay, what is the main objective here? Why is this a race thing? Or is it a race thing? To our allies out there, please stay away from the idea of I don't see color. You would not want someone coming up to you saying, I don't see height. I don't see weight. Yes, you do. It's okay to see it. It's okay to see it. We're talking about respect. That's it. I respect color. Don't say I don't see color. Don't say I don't see gender. See it, but just say I respect. It's a respect thing. This is what we're trying to do here, okay? It's just respect.
Right. Right.
Wow, Saul. Okay. A level of accepting less than what we are usually
takes place in most cases where we fail ourselves from thinking bigger of ourselves and what we deserve. The beauty is that same way we have been desensitized to things, we can resensitize ourselves to our best understanding. Hey, brother. Look at our.
I stand corrected, Mark.
I love this tribe.
Yeah, I stand corrected, Mark. Wolf in sheep's clothing. That's right. There you go. Yep. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Renee says it's really difficult to distinguish or to make the distinction unless a person's track record has proven otherwise.
Ooh, say that.
Okay. Evidence. Yeah, we're talking about evidence.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What do you do in the presence of no evidence, though?
Ooh, you gotta take
and you just gotta go off of faith value.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. John.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's true, but when you first meet somebody, you don't know that out the gate. You know what I'm saying? You don't get their resume up front. You know, sometimes it has to be something that actually happens to where their true nature comes up front.
So, all right, okay, let's put a little pressure point on that, right? So, because this is important to make the distinction, and I accept that premise. What if you don't know them and someone that you met, right? So let's just take, for example, a therapist. A therapist, comes across somebody that checks in, and even though they're paying, again, you don't know what they're paying for. A therapist is going to interview. You can interview somebody and you just start with the story. And certain parts of the story make sense and other parts don't. All right. Now that's just one level. This is just one level. Then you interview them again. Does the story stay the same? Did it change? Are you really paying attention to the narrative? Are you paying attention to the treatment? Are you paying attention to their attitude about the whole thing? Okay, hold on. So I completely understand what you're saying, but some of the issues we talk about here tend to develop into a race-based thing, and they aren't. They are just human things. I agree. There is a race, but that's legit, man. That is legit, and I know it can be very exhausting when you're like, yo, can we just transcend this identity construct? But what I'm just encouraging is that we do both. We recognize, hey, does this really have to be a race thing right now? And if it needs to be, let it be for that moment. But it can't be the whole conversation.
There you go.
Because we are all collectively trying to heal together. The community that we're trying to do, that we're trying to accomplish is, hey, LGBTQ, Black, Hispanic, Latino, tall, short, healthy, unhealthy, but trying to get better and get healthy, right? So we're trying to make it inclusive, but we still want to abide by, certain values and standards, right? Love you too, man. That's what it's all about.
He's playing devil advocate tonight. I really feel like he's playing devil advocate tonight. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
But so let's finish up that question. Any more contributions to how we can make that distinction? I mean, I have one way that I would like to identify, and it's one of my favorites. Problem solving ability. That's a big one for me. Oh my gosh, I love all my friends out there, right? But I can tell when I'm talking, or I'm sorry, when I'm listening, I can tell when you just want to vent and complain, and I can tell when you want to do something about it. John, maybe 6 years ago, again, I know my friends, so I can. John 6 years ago, it would be hard for me to make that distinction. I would be listening. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll make a few recommendations, and then it'll be, John, can you just listen, man? I don't need you to solve my problem. Oh, dang, my bad. Like, man, why you call me then? Like, why, so I would get upset about that. And most men do. It's like, don't come to a man with a problem that you don't want to solve, right? We're really big about that. But we also have to learn that sometimes people don't know how to express that. Sometimes they don't know that, hey, I just need a vent session. Sometimes they don't know until they start talking to you. And then they realize, you know what, man, I just need to get that out. That's it. I just need to get that out and I can go about my day. Okay. So what about this? Oh, man, I'll figure it out later. I just needed to talk about it. I just needed to give it a space. So that takes practice. Okay. Rajai says, I ask if they want solutions or an ear.
You know
but
what?
I also lead with curiosity.
Ivy does the same thing.
Yeah.
Ivy does the same thing. But I automatically have in my mind, if I call John about anything, I know that we're going to talk about it and then we're going to come up with some solutions. That's just what it is. If not, I'm not going to even bother calling him to vent about anything, because once I'm done venting, it's like, okay, where do we go from here? I better be ready to take some solutions or have some solutions already ready.
Content of character. Yeah, that's what we talk about. That's where it's really at. Content of character. It has to do with the choices and consistency and compound effect. Not everyone has the same values or comprehension levels or exposure.
Who is this man?
Yeah.
Harpo, who that boy? Who that man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Harpo, who that man? Who is that man? Brother Saul. This is our tribe over here. This is the
So problem solving ability is a big one.
I like
and whether they're seeking a solution or if they're just seeking someone to be like, oh, and just soothe and coddle them. And I do believe that this starts as early as childhood. I do believe that it can, not always, but it can start there. This guy here.
Yeah, right. He is not gonna wallow with you. He's not. No. We did a short powwow today, and I was just I didn't have any problems. I was just giving him a short update on what was going on with me. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. What rose of self-pity?
Well, I'm gonna say something out the gate. In some cases, the lack of esteem, lack of confidence, lack of courage, and lack of really understanding of who you are. As a person, as a friend, as a child, as a lover. I mean, just the lack of their understanding. Like you have no direction if, one, you do have a broken mindset. Secondly, if you have no knowledge of just yourself, period. Knowing what makes you happy, knowing what triggers you, knowing that, hey, the way I've been going about this has ultimately put me in a position of defeat no matter what I do. Now I find myself affecting those around me. So you sometimes, I'm not saying you can, but when you get amongst people that really care about you and they want to show you different, it might be hard to swallow what they're telling you because it seems like it's an attack, and it's not. It's actually help you have better judgment of your own character. So, I had to go back to the, the confidence and the esteem. That's something that you don't get at home. Like God level stated, you broke. I mean, if you say it enough, long enough, that's the only way you think, period. You don't even know it affects you later on in life. But you look at everything as, I'm supposed to stay defeated. I'm not supposed to win, not supposed to be successful. I'm supposed to continue to hate on others. I'm supposed to just dislike myself from head to toe. I'm nitpicking on me. And then I'm just saying, help. By the way, oh, it's never gonna work anyway. I know you trying to put forth your effort to see and instill different in me, but I'm still saying, nah, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not supposed to happen for me. And how I know, because my grandma, my mom, my dad, I got cousins and brothers. Man, it just keep going.
Wow.
Ooh.
Piece of cake. Hey, piece of
Hey,
cake. How you
man,
doing?
everybody's poured in today.
That's heavy. Y'all ain't gonna put that up there? Shit.
Yeah, put that up
Yeah,
there.
let's put that up there. Yeah, self-pity can be a form of entitlement.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh, hold up. Let that just you just came out with the haymaker. Hold up, let that breathe.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's a meaner.
Entitlement. Yeah.
That's a meaner.
Like you start to feel that because of what has happened, you deserve to feel bad for yourself. And you may seek validation about yourself from others and label it as sympathy or empathy. Self-pity can sometimes undermine empowerment because you can't break out of the self-limiting beliefs and behaviors that accompany. Self-limiting, as in you impose those beliefs on yourself. You did that to you. Yep. And then you say, oh, they did it to me. They did it. But you have the belief. And you can do what you will with it. Yeah. Every belief you have, if you inventory your beliefs right now, you are responsible. Whether you got them from someone else or you just made them up on your own, you're responsible for them. So you have to figure out what to do with them.
Ooh, Saul. Hey, Saul, get out my mind, bro. Get out my head, bro.
Oh man, self-love and self-mastery. That word, self-mastery. Yeah. The man's discernment and how to build your value and practice the right moves and principles. Victimhood is a form of adopting someone else's definition of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's that song say? I practice looking in the mirror. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Look in the mirror. Yeah. 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 Shout out to Michael Jackson, the man in the mirror. You heard me?
So does society reward it?
Oh, definitely. Unfortunately, but yes. Yeah.
Yes. I just called her name. Soul's post make me think of Ivy holding up her board sign. We miss her. She is living her best life. And I love that for her. I really do. I love that for her. She better enjoy herself for me too. Ivy, you are missed. But we hope that you are having a wonderful, glorious, beautiful time. Okay. What?
So hold on. So in what ways though? So in what ways does society reward victimhood, right? Because this was important. This was important, right? I want you to think, for example, I'm gonna just go ahead and call them out. I want you to think about those individuals who are always chasing those legal settlements and the compensations, right? You may have gotten hurt and it may have been legitimate, but you turn it up to the max. You're thinking, how much sympathy can I get for this? How much compensation, financial as well, can I get for this? Right? Oh man, me choosing to tap into my free will more freely, I like that, that's a bar, and frequently was a game changer. I had to tell myself daily that I can make healed decisions. That is a phrase right there. I like that. Healed decisions repeatedly. My behavior is up to me. What I choose to be determines what I have. What I choose to be determines what I have. What I choose to be. And then the tools and the substance, the content is before me because of who I am.
Yeah, that's universal law of attraction.
I love that. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're also talking about we're talking about like moral high grounds. We're talking about power when it comes to like social movements, right? A victim narrative can kind of turned into this monster where people are organizing behind this cause, and it might be a legitimate cause for certain people, but some hijack that cause, the legitimacy of that cause, and they use it, for profit. So I behave. I behave. I like that. Oh, I like to go in the law of attraction at some point, King. Okay.
Man.
Okay.
Go back to this. Go back to that. That right there. Yes, because superficially, most people don't want to look into the validity. I can't. John, help me.
Validity.
Validity.
My
Okay.
tongue is not moving. My tongue won't move. Validity of
saying victimhoods
of
possible solutions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to gloss over it with an easy solution to feel good for helping. Yes, yes, and yes. Prime example. Most of us have done this before. Let me just do this so I can get you out the way. You're nurturing the problem. You're nurturing a problem. You're not fixing anything. You're not even giving a solution. You're adding to it. You're helping them continue to think, I'm entitled. I'm using self-pity to get what I want.
Can a victim mindset limit someone's success in their career or personal growth?
Hell yeah. They don't even believe in themselves. So what personal growth? What career?
Ooh.
You got people telling them to have a career. You have to believe in yourself to have some personal growth. You got to look in the mirror and recognize, okay, I've been doing this for this long. How about maybe it's time for me to change into doing something different? They know they've been doing whatever works for them. So they made a career out of being a victim. That's their career, being a victim.
Yeah.
What's she saying?
I believe as a collective, Black people haven't progressed because we keep buying in and selling a certain narrative about the man holding us back. Okay, so I'll say we're divided on that. Some of us believe in this. Some of us are living this, yes. But I think there has been progress in terms of us maintaining the idea that we can overcome, that our self-determination. I believe there are those of us that believe in that and we live that. Yeah. And then there are others that, because we inherited that narrative. We didn't make that up. We inherited that, and it's somewhere in the culture. You see it in the cinema, right? So I think we're kind of divided on that one right there. Some are keeping it alive.
I just talked about this today as a response to someone on our things that people don't want to talk about. We're constantly looking outside the community. When we gonna start looking within?
Let's see.
Where is it at?
Which one?
Many women still face danger at home in this day and age, considering what a woman is guilty of this delicate but necessary. Sometimes a victim is too scared to realize that they are playing the
shoot.
I know.
Dang.
Playing the victim as if that is their role in the situation, relationship. It is vital to cut certain behaviors and with strict and even brute force. Domestic violence is an atrocity. So I did grow up and hear a woman say, and she wasn't a relative, but I heard that this quote used to float around in the community, that if a man don't hit you, he don't love you. I've heard that. And I thought to myself, well, when a person hits you, that means they don't like you. How do you equate that with love? Because these same women seeing their mothers go through the same thing. Yeah. Saw.
So, how can a person replace blame with action? Well, as with everything, we can say it starts with self-awareness.
No.
What? Oh, okay.
I want that. I want Saul to answer that. Saul.
Ooh.
That's woo. I want Saul to answer that. Saul, what's the number? Because
I put it up there.
We pushing the time over here. We pushing the time over here.
We're pretty much around the solution aspect of this. You know, we discussed the problem.
Then we're definitely gonna have to come back and do a part 2. I'm not trying to be. We've had so.
They may think they're being strong, yet a victim is never
the strong one.
Dang.
What Sylvester Stallone say? It's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit.
The bounce back, resilience.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
yeah, it's not, man. Cause look.
Oh shoot, they rapping right now. They didn't took over the show. Renee and Saudin took over the show. Renee and Saudin took over the show.
Nah, but that's love. It's healthy conversation. We need this more in the community. Need this more. Mark.
So we got the victim mentality.
Yeah.
Opposite end, we have the empowerment mentality. Maybe it's the resilient mentality. The victor mentality. You know, I don't lose, I win, I always win. Even when I'm losing, I'm still gonna win.
Even when I'm losing, I'm still gonna win.
I'm still gonna win. You got that hit. You knocked me down, but the fight ain't over. I'm just down right now.
Yeah.
Let me shake this off real quick and all right. You want to try that again?
So is it almost like saying the difference between failure and a failed lesson?
Okay. Failure and a failed lesson.
Yeah.
Failure and a failed lesson. It's a failure because failure implies that it's like conclusive, right? Failure kind of has that conclusive end, like period. It's failure, period. Whereas it's failed lesson, ...
Exactly.
Pending.
So it's like no, the difference between a final test and a quiz. You see what I'm saying? Everything has a spectrum of victim mentality. Or down, where it go?
Okay, let's go back to everything has a spectrum. A victim mentality may develop from many factors, but acceptance and desensitization often play factors. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and that word right there, the desensitization. I think that's very crucial right there, because you got to really think about the culture that we're in, where we say things like, "Oh, you're just being so sensitive. Why is everybody so sensitive about everything? When did we get so sensitive?" So now we're talking about growing thick skin, right? But we're still acknowledging that, hey, this still hurts though. But I'm going to toughen up. I'm going to take some of these blows, but I'm also going to defend myself. So, all right, desensitization, because you don't want to overreact to the same stimuli, right? Lauryn Hill has a line that says, "To support a situation we all know is obligation." The victim is the person who is passively participating in life. Passively Passively participating.
Yeah. Just
You're
going
not
with the
fully
flow.
willing.
Yeah, just going with the flow. If
They
it's
haven't activated and
fucked up day.
aligned their will. Yeah, they haven't aligned their will with the highest purpose. So
Not
you
yet.
just here.
They're just there.
You just scrambling, grabbing the scraps. You want more, but that's too hard. It's too challenging. It's too much. Why you got to be so much? Why does life got to be so hard?
Yeah, you know what the other side of that, John. Sometimes I'm just saying, depends on the victim. Sometimes
I'm gonna stop right there, Renee. Stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there because we're 5 minutes over our time. Renee, I need you to come back, and let me take a picture of this question because this is how I want to pick up next week's podcast. I got to take a picture of that because I want to pick right back up where Renee just left off because man, y'all are going. We're gonna do part 2 next week along with that question and also solutions. Oh my God. I want to thank everyone for jumping in on tonight's live. I appreciate all of the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the podcast. We will see you all back here next week.
So John, we're doing the part 2.
We're doing the part 2.
All right,
yes.
y'all.
Love it.
Come on back.
Absolutely. What was the question, Renee? How do they activate that if they don't see an end in sight? This is when a woman is in a... We're coming back to answer that question next week. Thank you so much. Y'all got any final words?
I just want to say stay positive and please come back. Invite somebody.
Yeah.
That part.
Let's build together.
That part. All right.
Invite them in and let them be with you. And then y'all will have something to talk about. Y'all will really have something to talk about. And y'all can team up.
Yeah, come back, Mark. Let's keep building, bro. Come back.
Absolutely. Oh my God. We will see y'all back here next week. John, you got me?
Peace.
Yeah.